Good evening, everybody. I'm Pierre Roberge, the Daily Trader. It is May 16th, and we are going to take a look at Tesla stock from a technical analysis perspective. My goal in doing these videos is to help you understand how you can use technical analysis to make better trading and investing decisions. But I'm not a financial advisor, so please do your own research and make your own decisions. So Tesla is up 17 cents. That's 0.1%, closed at 166.52. Post market, we seem to be down by 80, 90 cents. This is dropping pretty fast right now. So we are at 4:41 p.m. And Tesla is actually doing its shareholder meeting as we speak. The stock price is being influenced a little bit after the close. Let's take a look at the chart as we usually do. Tomorrow is going to be interesting because we are going to see the real impact on the market of this Tesla meeting today. Let's look at what this looks like on the chart. Look at this. I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. We cannot break this downward resistance right here. This is why we call the lines that a stock tries to break a resistance, because it's hard to break them. There is a resistance. There is a resistance because people don't want to pay more than that price that is set by that line. And sometimes a resistance line can be a horizontal line. So this is easier to draw and to see where they are. But the most important lines, I would tend to say, are the diagonal lines. And the resistance lines that are diagonal are very important. If you look at them here, look at this. It's stopping the stocks here, stopping the stock, stopping the stock. It really has an effect on the stock. And if we know that, and we know when it breaks it, then we can know that there is a reversal of tide, because basically this is the tide. This is the direction of the move. This is a downtrend. Tesla has been into a short-term downtrend since February of this year. Short-term downtrend, it has been going down from 214 bucks to 166. When a stock is in a downtrend, you sell. You don't hold it. There's no point in holding something that you know is decreasing in value every single day. There's no point in doing that. Even dollar cost averaging, this is not optimal to dollar cost average. What is optimal is to get out and look at this line. And when we break this line, then we can go back in. So right now, we cannot break outside of this downward diagonal channel, and we cannot break above either 167.60. This is not looking good for Tesla. It needs to do something, and it's not doing it. It's caving in, it's caving in, it's caving in. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart to understand how this happened. The first candle of the day was right here. We started at the first resistance / support, depending on if we are higher or lower. Went higher first hour. Second hour was great. Things were looking up. But stochastic was not over 60, so this move was not to be believed. If you don't have stochastic over 60, never buy a stock. Never buy it, regardless of the time frame, because it's a fake move. That's a pretty good rule. That's a pretty good rule right there. And then from the third hour on, it started to go back down. Let's go back on the daily chart. So let's look at our indicators. So we have stochastic at 40, MACD still broken over bullish, so that's still there. RSI at 44, so short of the 50, that would indicate a bullish move, and also the MI is bearish. So what do we have here? We could be coming down to 154.76 easily. If we break that, then the next stop is the bottom of the gap, so at 146.56. So basically, this is what can be happening. If you want to play on the 1 hour chart to play a little bit tighter, you can start shorting at 165.02 as soon as we break this, and preferably breaking this first downward support too. If we break both, then you can short this down to 158. This could be an $8 per share move. So that would be approximately 800 bucks per option if you want to go that route. And conversely, if we break 176.73, then this would be considered a bullish move. Let's take a look at some Tesla news. Tesla is displaying a new Cybertruck at its annual shareholder event today, and it is giving a close look at the latest prototype of the electric truck. If we briefly take a look at this here, we see some anchors over here. I think the proportions are pretty nice, actually. The front has shrunken a little bit. It will have a lot less room for luggage in the front, but I think it looks a lot better that way. And also in terms of the crash worthiness, then it won't be as good. But maybe because the fact that this is an exoskeleton, so maybe in terms of the crash worthiness, maybe it's the other cars that you are going to bang on that are going to absorb your energy and decelerate you instead of your own frunk. So maybe there is a physical aspect there. And by the way, I will be publishing a supercut of the shareholder meeting on my channel, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a supercut that will remove all of the ums and pauses that Elon makes, and he makes a lot of them. Only removing this removes about a third of the length of the meeting, and it makes it a lot more enjoyable to listen to. So Tesla won a critical case in Delaware Supreme Court to allow the direct sale of electric vehicles in the state. I still have a hard time believing that they cannot sell cars in all of the states because of the dealership, franchise dealership laws. But here's the court decision. We reverse the DMV director's decision in the Superior Court judgment and remand for further proceedings consistent with this opinion. The General Assembly enacted the Franchise Act to address the disparity in bargaining power, which permitted new motor vehicle manufacturers to exert economic pressure over their franchisees. Its definitions exclude Tesla and its direct sales model, where new electric cars are not sold through franchise dealers. This act was there to protect current franchisees and dealerships from the manufacturers. But Tesla has no franchisees. It's about time that some sense gets added to this debate. This is quite interesting here. Tesla has applied to expand Gigafactory Shanghai to produce over 1 million vehicles and add pouch battery cell production. This is a surprise to me. It seems that Tesla is maybe testing things out with the pouch cells, because with this permit, they can only produce enough pouch cells to go into only one car. So I think they are testing the waters with them, maybe trying to see if they might have other advantages than the cylindrical cells. Tesla continues to have the two top-selling vehicles in California, with the Model Y extending its #1 sales lead over the competition and the Model 3 holding strong at #2. But other manufacturers' sales are picking up too, leading the state to a 23.2% market share for vehicles with plugs. Let's now look at the VIX. VIX is climbing, closed above 1792. So we have our first break here. With the VIX, this is especially important to wait for at least a second candle to confirm a break, because it's quite volatile. Also, we don't have stochastic over 60. This should not to be believed that much yet. QQQ is continuing its move. We have a longer wick at the top, but no wick at the bottom here. So this is indicating that there's a slowdown right here. There's a slowdown, so I am expecting things maybe to go down a little bit. In terms of Dow Jones, Dow Jones coming close to its support at 32,874. S&P 500 coming close to 4,100 or so. Nasdaq Composite showing the same sign here, the wick at the top and no wick at the bottom. So we try to go up and we're squished down. So even though this is a green candle, this is not very bullish. And Sprott Physical Gold, so we just lost 1566. So 1566 is now a resistance. So we are heading to 1541. Stochastic is very slow. So we should be expecting this to continue to at least 1541. Silver, the same thing. Look at this. Bombs away. This is in free fall. Bitcoin is holding itself quite well over 26,517. Stochastic is not there yet, though. It's hanging in there by a thread. Ripple maintaining itself quite well again on support. There is no stochastic, so it would not take much to lose that support. And dollar, US dollar, after the little bit of a pullback that we had yesterday, we almost recovered all of that pullback today. So a strong US dollar. This is great to see this. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.